One of the things that keeps most people stuck in their suffering is that they're either living too much in their past or too much in their future, without keeping firmly in the present. This is why one very important aspect of mindfulness is being present, in the moment. When you define yourself by your past, such as trauma or poor decisions, you don't allow yourself the luxury of change. At the same time, unbridled pessimism or optimism about the future can leave you equally miserable and stuck in the present. Today, I'm going to talk about 4 distinct ways in which people find themselves stuck in the future or in the past when it comes to their mental health. But before I go any further, I'd really like to invite you to hit the like button if you find these videos helpful and subscribe to my channel. This is what keeps me motivated and excited to keep making them in the present. You can subscribe by clicking on that icon right there in the corner. Back to now. Generally, when I meet individuals who are stuck in their illness, whether it's depression, anxiety, pain, or suffering, I find that people tend to fall into 2 general camps. Those who tend to define their present by their future, or those who define their present by their past. Let's start with those who tend to be stuck in their history. Usually, these individuals have one of 2 reasons for feeling that they can't move forward. The first is the person who I call stuck in nostalgia. This is the individual who constantly believes that the past was somehow better than their present, that the good old days have come and gone and will never come again. This almost always is a distortion. I mean, the good old days rarely were, but they're convinced otherwise, and therefore their future holds no appeal because it will never compare to the past. So they do nothing in the present but lament. The other camp are stuck in the past because of the bad old days. They may have experienced trauma, whether physical, emotional, or neglect, or severe deprivation. They tend to feel that they've been broken by these experiences, that the past was so horrible that there's no way they can ever have a meaningful present or future. This is the person who's truly defining themselves by their past. They often suffer from a sense of helplessness that leads them to feel like nothing is ever going to change, that they will simply be repeating the same unpleasant history over and over. Then there are those whose current intransigent suffering is really more related to living for the future. I've had many patients who are constantly waiting for that next thing to happen before they feel like they're going to be happy, right? Things are going to be great after I turn 18 and can move out of this dysfunctional family. I'll be so much happier when I graduate high school, graduate from college, once I'm working, once I'm retired, married, divorced. It's like waiting for Godot. That satisfaction and happiness is always a day away and never comes. And finally, there are those whose misery stems from the inevitable catastrophic future that they see ahead of them. Whether it's political upheaval, fear of environmental disasters such as global warming, unrest, their mortality. How can I possibly be happy today knowing what's coming down the pike tomorrow? All 4 of these scenarios share a sense of helplessness and hopelessness. The problem is we can't change what's already happened, and we can't accurately predict what's to come, at least not with certainty. So if our desire is to actually change the past or guarantee a specific outcome in the future, well, then we're right. We can't do it. That is a hopeless endeavor. But this is where I remind people that decisions are not made in the past or the future. They're made in the present. If you want to change the future, you have to make decisions today. And they should be informed on the mistakes, the struggles, the suffering that you went through in the past. We have to remember our past or we're doomed to repeat it. But we don't have to be defined by it. What do I mean by that? We still have the ability to make a different decision today than we made previously. Respond differently to a situation today. Or even avoid a situation today, as long as we allow our past to inform our present. Ideally, we should use the past to be proactive, not reactive. And as far as the future is concerned, It's great to have an idea of where and what we want to be and do, as this leads us into making decisions, today, which make that future more likely. Without future goals, we risk falling into hedonism. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. The problem comes when it's tomorrow and we're still alive. So future goals are important, but not everything. It's a distortion and a mistake to overlook the small day-to-day pleasures and satisfactions, always expecting tomorrow to be better. On the other hand, there's no better way to get stuck than seeing the future as hopeless. There are many real things for us to worry about moving forward, but we have to keep in mind that the changes we make in the present are laying the foundations for the future that is yet to be. So I try to remind my patients who are stuck in the past that it no longer exists. We are living in its repercussions, its foundations, but we can make changes today, and these changes will be what define who we are now and who we will be in the future. Forgiving ourselves and learning from our mistakes and those made by others is the way we grow and the way we move forward. And for those who are stuck in the future, I point out that it doesn't exist yet either. If you're scared about what the future holds, well, allow that to inform your decisions today and make changes that will impact that future. But don't let it paralyze you. And if you're always waiting for that happiness that seems just around the corner, it's because you're failing to recognize those moments of happiness that occur day to day. After all, how are you going to know that you're happy if you don't know what being happy feels like today? So if you want to make a really awesome decision in the present, you can press the like button and subscribe. That means that there will be more of these videos in the future. See? A concrete way in which the present can affect the future. Also, please feel free to leave any comments down below. And, as always, remember, mental health and physical health, they are the same thing. See you next time.